How much is worth a baby? That's the question. And today I'm just going to give you an example of how much is worth a baby. My name is Iolanda Menino and I am Santiago's mother. Santiago was kidnapped from my arms with only 5 days old for the business of forced adoption. He was kidnapped by Southampton social services with 5 days old. Since the 4th of March 2016 I haven't seen my baby. And today I'm just going then to give you an example of how much is worth a baby. And for that I'm just going to give an example of what the Mirror have exposed as a new on the 17th of November 2021. And the title is "Couple Use Overseas Surrogate to Have Baby Girl Then Abandon Her 1,500 miles away." A couple used a surrogate to have the child last year, but left the girl with her nanny before flying off to their home country and never coming back. Now the nanny is being forced to give the child up for adoption. But I'm calling your attention to which countries are involved and what do they do and who is going to get the baby and who wants the baby. For that, I'm going to read this. If you wanna see and if you are interested to see which countries are involved and who wants to keep the baby, that's the main issue in here. Please watch the full video, and if you haven't subscribed this YouTube channel, please do. My main videos, there are probably some of them that you're going to find them in Portuguese and other ones that you're going to find them in English. This one I had decided to do in English because all the article is in English. So, right, carry on. Regarding then this news. A couple use a surrogate to have a baby, then abandon her in another country 1,500 miles away. The parents traveled to Ukraine in August 2020 after their baby was born to a surrogate mother. But for reasons unknown, the pair returned to their home country of Italy shortly after and left the newborn behind in the care of her nanny. While they promised to return, they never came back to get her, and so the little girl, now 16 months old, was cared for by the nanny who raised her as her own daughter. Realizing the parents might not return and worried about the legal repercussions, the nanny contacted the Italian consulate to report that she could no longer afford to raise the child. Italian authorities at the Juvenile Prosecutor's Office were able to track down the parents and confirm that the couple did not intend to take their daughter back. Now, a court has determined that the little girl should be put up for adoption, leaving the nanny devastated that she will have to give her up. Ukraine is among a handful of countries in which surrogacy is commercial and legal, and the country offers a systematic and large-scale provision of surrogate services to the world. A shocking video last year showed almost 50 surrogate babies crammed in a dormitory at a hotel in Kiev as the lockdown stopped their parents from collecting them. The parents from the UK, USA, Italy, Spain, France, Israel, Germany, China, Mexico, Romania and other countries had paid between £5,745 and £57,365 for services from an organization that assisted them with starting families. But due to the pandemic causing countries to close their borders, the baby were being cared for by the staff at so-called baby factory. Last week, the Service for International Police Corporation coordinated with the Italian consulate in the Ukraine capital to organize for the baby to be taken to Italy and put up for adoption. A team that consisted of officials from the Italian Red Cross, including a pediatrician, a volunteer nurse, traveled to Ukraine to fly the girl to Italy. The child was flown to Malpensa on November 11, where she is currently being cared for by a foster family while the adoption process is underway. Carolina Cassini, a volunteer pediatrician of the Italian Red Cross, told the court that the baby had slept for the entire duration of the trip in her arms. Although the team had been afraid of finding her in poor condition and emotionally deprived, they found that the little girl was in good condition and that the nanny who looked after her until yesterday loved her very much and took great care of her. The nanny was reported to have been heartbroken by the news and handed over pictures for the girl's new parents, so she will see them when she is grown up. The last recommendation from the nanny to the inspector who took the child back to Italy was, she will eat the banana, give her her whole one. It is unclear whether the surrogate parents will face prosecution for allegedly abandoning their baby daughter in Ukraine. This was news from the Mirror. The journalist was Leonin Shaw-Fong. I will add that to the blog on my website in a few minutes after doing this video. And I will give you the link for this. The importance of this, that I want to show this, is because in my case, for example, my baby, it is Portuguese because I am Portuguese. My baby Santiago was born in Southampton, UK. I have asked to the Portuguese government to rescue my baby and to help me to keep my baby, and help me to clarify that everything that was used in the family Southampton court, family court, it was no more than just lies and just hearsay. Nevertheless, the Portuguese government, they only said, we can't do absolutely nothing, that's UK, we don't have nothing got to do with that, so you have the English laws, and you should know, and in England you should know the English laws when I haven't done nothing wrong, and everything that has been used was no more than lies. Santiago has a mother, has a father, and has grandparents, and all of them, they were completely it's missing me the word now, but they didn't care about the grandparents for Santiago. And my parents, they have written in the statement that they wanted the baby. Right. The point in here is that in Ukraine, an English couple have paid to have a baby through surrogate. But when the Italian couple did not want the baby and abandoned the baby in Ukraine, Italy did pay for a pediatrician, a member of Red Cross, and this and that, and the travels, and paid all the costs that are involved on these people to go to Ukraine, collect the baby, and return to Italy. So I want to call your attention for all the money that is involved, because Italy wanted that baby. In Portugal, they didn't care about Santiago. They bent down to England and they abandoned my baby and they abandoned me, and they have violated all my rights and the rights of Santiago to have a mother, a family, his own roots. In February 2022, Santiago is going to be 6 years. 6. I haven't seen my baby since 1 month old. In here, surrogacy is possible. They talk about in here of a baby factory, that's legal. So once again, I want to tell you that child trafficking is legal through this business, for example, through forced adoption, through fostering, and I want to tell you that everyone is involved. Red Cross is involved, social services are involved, governments are involved. It is about my son, it is about my rights, it is about your children, it is about your own rights. Unfortunately, child trafficking is legal and is done under your nose. My name is Iolanda Menino, and if this subject matter, it is of your interest, like this video, help me out getting this word out there, subscribe the video and share the video to other people. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.